Hey guys, and welcome back to the Cryptoverse with me, Sanchit, where we talk all about crypto in a beginner friendly way. Today I'm going to tell you all about accessing decentralized exchanges and doing staking and yield farming on them. But if you are coming on my channel for the first time, do hit that subscribe button. And if you're not following me on Twitter, do follow me to catch up on all the great crypto content and my top recommendations. Okay, so let's get into it. So guys, staking is a process of locking up your crypto in exchange for rewards and passive income. Now, typically this works exactly like a fixed deposit in a bank, where you basically give your funds to a particular, protocol, and you will get a set reward in exchange for that. Now, these funds usually are used by the proof of stake based blockchains to support their transaction validation, security, and the maintenance of the blockchain. Now, yield farming is a much newer concept than staking, through which we have the option of lending our funds directly to the decentralized exchanges using liquidity pools and receive rewards which are much higher than staking. Now, the important thing to remember in yield farming is that the reward is not static, so it will vary over time, and that's one of the biggest risks and things that we have to plan for before we do any kind of yield farming. Now, this concept started in 2020, when Compound launched it, but today there are many DeFi protocols like Curve, Aave, etc., which will offer you the farming services. Now, before we actually show you the demo in terms of how you can do farming, let's just understand a little bit of more differences between staking and yield farming. Now, as I said earlier, the staking will have a set reward which is typically expressed as API, and usually it's much lesser. But if in case you look at it and compare it to yield farming, the yields or the rewards can be much higher, and I will show you that in today's video. Now, the rewards are typically used by the blockchain to give the incentive to the validators, in generating new blocks, and they have a very kind of a strict policies and securities, in terms of how they're maintaining the funds. Whereas the rewards for the yield farming are determined by the liquidity pools, and they can actually fluctuate as the token's price changes. Now, yield farming relies on smart contracts, and if in case there is any kind of vulnerability or any kind of an issue in the smart contract, we have seen that the funds can also be hacked. Now, in a staking, there is no impermanent loss that if you stake crypto, you will never face any kind of impermanent loss. But in yield farming, one of the biggest risks that you will actually face is impermanent loss. And if you don't understand that concept, I will highly suggest that you go through the DeFi thread that I did on Twitter, so that you can get more details in terms of how you can calculate it, how you can plan for it, and how you can actually benefit from basically the yield farming strategies. Okay, so next I will show you how you can access some of these protocols, and let me do that now. So guys, in the last video I showed you how you can create a MetaMask wallet. If you still don't have a MetaMask wallet created right now, so I will include the link of that video in the description. So please set it up, and once you have set that up, this is how the default page of your MetaMask wallet will look like on a laptop. So you will have the MetaMask logo, your public key, the buy, send, swap options. It will show you how much ETH you have right now. So this is a wallet that I just created for this video, so it doesn't have anything. And the most important thing is that you will also see that which network you are on right now. Now, just for a little bit of a background, so as you might be aware that all the blockchains basically have their own network on which different decentralized exchanges and decentralized applications, the dApps, they are hosted. So for example, Ethereum will have its own mainnet. Similarly, Polygon has its own mainnet. Phantom has its own network. Binance Smart Chain has its own network. So by default, MetaMask will always have the Ethereum mainnet connected. But what you can do is you can actually go ahead and you can add more networks to it. So I'm going to show you some simple ways, and I'm going to show you how you can add the Phantom network here as well as the Binance Smart Chain network here, and I'll show you some easy tips which will help you to access these networks. So what you can do is you can actually go ahead and click on the Ethereum mainnet option here, and here you will have the list of all the networks that are currently there configured in your MetaMask wallet. Now by default you will only have these all networks there. So if you have to add a new network, say like a Polygon network or the Phantom or the Binance Smart Chain network, all you have to do is just click on this custom RPC option, and here you can enter the settings of whichever network that you want to access. So for example, if I want to access the Phantom network, so I can basically get the settings from Google, in terms of what are the settings for the Phantom network or for the Binance Smart Chain network or for any of the networks, and then I can enter those details here and it will allow me to access that network. Now there is a easy way that you can also enter a new network, especially for for the Phantom network as well as for the BSC network. So I'm going to show you the Phantom one first. So what you can do is you can actually go on to this site, which is SpookySwap.finance, which is a dApp on the Phantom network. And as soon as you actually access this website, your MetaMask will give you a notification that do you want to add a new network to your MetaMask. So it will give you all the settings like the name of the network, the network URL, the other details that you saw in the custom RPC. And as soon as I click on approve, it will automatically add the network. Similarly, what it will ask me is that do I want to switch the network right now? So here what it is asking us is that can we switch the Ethereum mainnet to the Phantom Opera mainnet, so that we can kind of use the SpookySwap and the other decentralized applications on the Phantom network. So I'm gonna click on switch network. And just for a second, what I'll do is I'll just go back onto the MetaMask wallet, and I'm just gonna click on X on this. And what you see here is that now I have the Phantom Opera network enabled. If I see, you will have a new option here which says Phantom Opera. Similarly, if in case I want to access the Binance Smart Chain network, so what I will do is I will basically use the PancakeSwap.finance website, which is the most popular decentralized exchange on the Binance Smart Chain network. So same thing here. So you will again have a option which will ask you that do you want to add this network to your MetaMask wallet. So I'm just gonna go ahead and I will make sure that I will approve this out, and I will just go ahead and change that. And automatically, what you will see is that the Binance Smart Chain mainnet will also be added to your MetaMask wallet. Now from this option, you can go ahead and access any of the networks now. So I have the Phantom Opera network, I have the Binance Smart Chain network, I can go back onto the Ethereum mainnet. So the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna go back to the Phantom network so that I can show you how you can do farming on the SpookySwap website. So what I'm gonna do is that again I'm gonna go on to SpookySwap.finance. So this is where it will show us that the different options that the SpookySwap DEX has. So you have the logo here, you have the swap option, you have the liquidity option, you have the farming option, the staking option, bridging, and NFTs. So let me just show you how the farming options look like, because I'm going to show you how exactly you can farm. And this is how the different farms actually look like. So it's just coming up right now. So we'll just give it a second. So guys, now you can see that the farms have come up. And you can see the different farms that we have, and these will always be like pair of two different coins. So here you will see the FTM and the BOO farm, then you have the USDC and the FTM farm, And then you have the APR section, which gives you that how much interest are you gonna get on these farms. And the liquidity option shows you that how much total value locked, or how much funds are actually locked into this particular farm right now. So you can see that in the FTM Boo farm, which is the most popular farm on SpookySwap, so you almost have like $100 million locked right now, and it's offering you 55% interest annually. What you can do is you can actually sort the this option with the APR section. So here it will show you that what are the different farms which are offering more interest. So you can see the FTM Shade farm is almost offering you 145 percent interest. You have the FTM Tree farm, which is offering you like almost like 140%. And then you can see that what is the total value locked in different farms. Now typically the rule is that the higher the liquidity in a particular farm, the more safe and the more kind of reliable that particular farm is. So if you are a newcomer to this particular state, always stick to the bigger farms, because some of the smaller farms do have a lot of issues. Sometimes you face impermanent loss. There are also sometimes that you face like problems like scams and hacks. So it's always better to actually stick to some of the bigger farms that these websites have. Now if you want to go ahead and do farming, so I'm gonna show you an example of how you can farm on the FTM and Boo farm. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna click on this, and I'm gonna click on approve to stake. So everything that you will do on a blockchain will require gas. So you will keep on getting these notifications, and they will keep on asking you that are you sure that you want to do this. So I'm just gonna say that yes, I'm okay to basically allow SpookySwap to access my FTM, and it is gonna ask me to pay like 0.005 FTM in fees. Now if you are familiar with the Ethereum mainnet, the gas fees are very very low on the Phantom network, which is one of the best things that I like about it. So what I'm gonna do is I've clicked on approve, so it's gonna keep take a little bit of time before basically it will go ahead and kind of allow us to do that. So as you can see that it is now giving us an option that yes, we are ready to stake. So as a next step, what we have to do is we have to create a liquidity token. So just to explain what liquidity token is, that basically, as I told you earlier, that all of the farms basically are a pair of two different tokens. So here we are trying to kind of do farming on FTM and Boo farm. So you need to have equal portions of both the coins in your wallet. Now if I go back to my wallet, I only have FTM right now but no Boo. So the first thing that I have to do is that I actually have to kind of swap some of my FTM into Boo. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on this swap option, and this is basically the decentralized exchange of SpookySwap. Here I can kind of swap any coin into any coin which is there on the Phantom network. So I can swap my FTM into Aave, any Baby Boo, anything that I like. Yeah. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna swap some of my FTM into Boo. So and the important thing to remember here is that for all the transactions that you do on the FTM network, you need to have a small amount of FTM always in your pocket. So don't swap all of your FTM into a particular coin. Always make sure that you have some amount of FTM to pay the gas fees. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna select like 0.1 of my FTM and I'm gonna swap it to Boo. So this will show me what is the price currently, what is the slippage, what is the fee in terms of the gas fee that this will take, and I'm gonna click on swap. So now I'm gonna get like a notification which asks me that do I need to go ahead and kind of approve this transaction. So I'm gonna click on approve, and it will take approximately like 30 to 40 seconds. Post that I will basically see the Boo coin into my wallet. So this has been completed now, and as you can see, it is also showing some balance that I'm getting balance into my account as well. Now one thing I'm gonna do is that by default Boo will not be there in my wallet, so I'm just gonna click on add to wallet. So it will ask me that whether I'm okay with that. I'm just gonna click on add token. So now if I go back to my MetaMask wallet, so I can actually see that there is FTM and there is Boo, and we are ready to basically start the farming process. Now the second thing that you have to do is basically go into liquidity. So this is where we will actually take our FTM and our Boo tokens, and we will combine these two into creating a new hybrid kind of a token, which is called the liquidity token or a LP token. Yeah. So what I'm gonna do is that I'm just gonna put all of my Boo, the 0.009 Boo that I have, and automatically it will calculate that how much FTM will be swapped accordingly. And I'm just gonna click on approve. Again, whatever you do, basically you will always get these kind of notifications, and you will have to pay some kind of a gas fee. So I'm gonna click on confirm. So it will take approximately 20 to 30 seconds. Now you can see that Boo has been approved, and we are basically gonna be combining the FTM and Boo now, and I'm gonna click on supply. So as soon as I click on supply, I'm gonna be getting the notification. These are all smart contracts, so these are very secure. So everything that happens on a blockchain, basically it will require your permissions. So it's quite safe, but also for a newcomer, it can be very overwhelming as well. But it basically helps to make sure that the security is there. Now, as you can see, the transaction has been completed. Now, if I go to the My Portions section, so now it will show us that our SPLP or the liquidity token is ready for staking. So by combining that FTM and Boo, this is the new hybrid token that I have created, which is like 0.003. It's very less, but you can always do like a test transaction that I'm doing right now before putting like more funds into it. Yeah. Now the next option is, now you're ready for the farming process. So if I go into the farm now, and what I need to do is that I need to go ahead and click on the farm again. And now I just need to go ahead and click on the stake option. Now it is showing us that how much like FTM Boo do we need to stake. So all I'm gonna click is that I want to do the maximum, which is like very less, 0.03, and I'm just gonna click on confirm. Again, what it's gonna do is it's gonna ask us for the gas. So I'm just gonna click on the confirm option, and it will take approximately again 10 to 15 seconds. The transactions are pretty smooth and the gas is pretty less. So there we go. So it has given us a confirmation that it has been completed. And yeah, as you can see, we have successfully went ahead and did the staking on this farm. So as it shows us that my balance right now is like half a cent basically, or probably like $0.50, and this is my combination of the FTM and Boo. And what I will do is, now I just basically need to forget about it. Whatever earnings that you will get will be updated in this section, and it will be basically Boo tokens that you'll be getting out of this. And you can unstake your tokens anytime that you want. You can click on unstake, and then again, because it will be a hybrid token that you get, all you have to do is that you just have to kind of remove the liquidity, and basically that will be the end of the process. So guys, this is how you do the farming. And the next thing that I'm gonna show you is how you can go ahead and do this on the PancakeSwap website. So now that you're familiar with how the yield farming process actually works, the process is very similar on all the different protocols. So what I'm going to show you is that how this actually works on the PancakeSwap.finance website. Now this is one of the most popular dexes that you have anywhere, and this is on the Binance Smart Chain network. So as you can see, I was previously on the Phantom network before this, and automatically MetaMask has given me an option that do I want to switch the network to Binance Smart Chain network. So I'm gonna do that. So as soon as I do that, automatically my wallet will get connected, and I will have again similar options to like what we saw with SpookySwap. So we have trade, earn, win, lottery, etc. So there are a lot of options that we have. Now, very similar to how it works basically in the the other basically dexes. So what you can do is you can actually go ahead and you can look at what are the different pools that you can kind of stake your crypto in. Now I clicked on the explore option, so it's just working right now. It's probably gonna take 30 to 40 seconds typically, and then we should see all the different farms that we have available. So as you can see, very similar to how we saw it in the SpookySwap. So you have all the different pairs like Cake, BNB, BUSD, BNB. So very similarly, what you would have to do is, if in case you have to go ahead and stake or basically do any kind of yield farming on PancakeSwap, so you just have to go ahead and get the LP token. You will again have to go into the exchange option, whatever pair that you're trying to kind of combine. So you just have to go ahead and you need to select that particular pair. You have to go ahead and kind of combine that, and once you do that, you have to go into liquidity and add the liquidity here and then put it in the farm. So the process is exactly the same, and basically hopefully this video would have given you some kind of step-by-step instructions in terms of how you can go ahead and do that yield farming. Another thing that I want to mention is that PancakeSwap is the place you can buy most of the newer tokens as well. So if in case I want to buy Floki or any of the other meme coins, I can actually do that. So if I look at this, this is how I can actually even buy Floki from this. So I can convert my BNB into Floki, although as you know, I don't basically believe in meme coins, but I'm sure that a lot of you do. So this is how you can also do that. Alright, so I hope you liked today's video. Hopefully this is beneficial to actually have you begin your yield farming journey. If you have any questions for me, you can always reach out to me on Twitter. You can always DM me and I'll be more than happy to assist you. So guys, have a good day and hopefully you like this video, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.